1. I'm joined right now by Poly Pomona Baseball, coming off a win in the second day of the 2024 CCAA Baseball Tournament. I'm joined right now by head coach Randy Betten, on his right, Noel Soto, and on his left, Johnny Pappas. Coach, would you take us through your thoughts on today's 10-3 win over the number 2 seed, Cal State San Marcos?
I mean, it comes down to a recipe of success. It's quality pitching, which Noel's been in that spot before, and he's executed those pitches, and he's been in that spot so he can handle it. And then timely hitting. And I felt like once we got a little bit of a lead there, we executed with some putts early, and then it kind of opened up for us. And then he settled in, and he just kept executing after execution, pitch after pitch. And it was really good to see for our team. And, you know, it's a pressure situation. San Marcos is a really good team. They're a really good offensive team. They pitch enough. This park's offensive now with the wind and how warm it is. I felt even with the lead we had, it was still within a couple swings of getting back in the game. And he did a great job of minimizing their opportunities by just pounding the zone.
I'm going to come, obviously, Noel being a big part of this game, but I want to talk to you really quickly, Johnny, about the 6-run third inning. There was a lot of 2 spots put up, 1 spot, but you guys really capitalized on that third inning. What was the break for you in that inning? What went right for you and what happened?
Yeah, a big thing we preach is just getting it to the next guy. You know, there's not one guy in our lineup that has to do all the work. We have a very deep lineup, and we truly believe that, hey, if I just do my job, whether it's a walk or a base hit or a big swing, the guy behind me is going to get up there and get it done too. And I think that's what leads to that ending, is the trust in the guy behind me. Like, hey, if I get it done, he's going to get it done too. I think it was evident right there in that whole inning. Like, it just felt like it kept going and going and going, and there was no end. It was great.
The thing that I thought was very interesting in that inning too was the sacrifice bunts. You guys had a number of times where you guys, maybe not even sacrifice, but bunts that you guys put on. I'm going to ask you this, Johnny, before I ask the coach. Is there anybody in your lineup that wouldn't get a bunt sign?
Wouldn't get a bunt sign? I'm going to say no, because if I don't, he might get mad at me. But if I had to pick a guy, Jack Sanders. But I don't even that guy. He can get one down. He can get it down.
That's what I had to hear on that one. So the other side, you guys get 6 runs on that one. You guys give Noel a great lead. Noel, I got to talk to you about your one. I'm going to read off your line before I ask you your questions. This has to be read off. You go 7 in the third innings, give up 6 hits. You do have the 3 earned runs there late, but those only come late in the game, as you guys only gave up 1 through the first 7 innings. 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. I'm just going to ask you simply, what was out there working for you today, and how are you communicating so well with Johnny and your coach to pull off this game?
I mean, having Pat behind the plate is probably the recipe for success. He knows how I work, how I operate, and the 6 runs, obviously, right off the bat to put pressure on them, to make their swings, made me all more confident to just go out there and do my thing. And it felt good today. You know, it was a high pressure situation, like we said before. It was a kind of a must-win game for us to go out there and do what I have to do. I'm sitting back and enjoying it.
I've got to just ask you on this one, because I think we have to be honest to each other on this one. Coach mentioned that's a very good offensive team.
Yes.
You did get beat earlier this year. I think you gave up 9 hits in 5 innings. Just what did you do to make that adjustment to come back against this team and pitch so well?
I don't know. You know, it's just of course, like Coach said, they're a really good ball club, and so understanding that they're going to get their swings off, and if they do get their opportunities, to minimize their chances of scoring multiple runs. And I knew kind of right away after the second inning that I kind of had them under my thumb a little bit, and if they were going to score, it was going to have to be by some. If they're going to score a lot, it was going to have to be by some miraculous way, because it wasn't working at all.
To me, as a coach, it looked he was locked in. Like, he was so focused on just 1 pitch at a time, not getting too big if they got a single or he didn't execute a pitch and they got an 0-2 hit. But, you know, he would come right back and be locked back in. He didn't let that get too big. And sometimes in the game, I think of when he pitched against him last, he would get upset with himself. He's an emotional guy. He's a passionate guy. I love that about him. But he would let that get to the next pitch and then the next pitch. And he's really settled in the last month of executing 1 pitch. If it gets hit, then he's on to the next. Then he's on to the next. And I think that's where these two work so well together. He knows how to settle him down. He knows how to get him slowed down. Coach Jensen Torres does a great job with him too. So I give kudos to all those 3 parties together. Just calling the right pitch, him executing the right pitch, him putting the right numbers down to get those. But that's what I saw, is just the composure was a little bit better today than it was last time.
Last one, I got to talk about another last time. Noel last year in the playoffs, in the CCAA tournament, threw a complete inning, nine inning game. I think he gave up 1 run, 4 hits, something like 8 strikeouts. Johnny, what changes for him when he gets on the mound in the CCAA tournament that just helps him go to the next level?
Man, this is his moment, man. He loves this opportunity. And he pitches going back to October, wishing for this moment, wanting this moment. And when he gets to it, he's ready for it. You know, he doesn't have to turn up a gear or anything. He's like, all right, this is my moment. And man, he executes it every time. And it's a great feeling to be a part of that and be part of his success. And it's just awesome seeing that.
He's a total team player too. Like when he wasn't pitching, you know, like yesterday he was in every pitch. He was making every pitch. You know, that's how he is. He's involved. He's invested. You know, he's been here a few years now. He's been in these situations. I just see him settle himself down in these spots. Like some guys make it too big. He knows how to have the ability to slow it down and just go 1 pitch at a time and not get too sped up. And that's a testament to his competitive spirit. And we've got some competitors on that team, there's no doubt. We talked about that this year, about we need to have more competitors, more people that are competing every day. And I've started to see as a coach that build up probably the last 6 weeks of guys starting to really like, okay, it's my turn. It's my turn. And it's been different guys every time. It's not just been this guy or this guy. It's been a multitude of players that have stepped up and become competitors. And that's a proud moment for a coach to see that, because that's what we preach. That's what it's about. And in these environments, just understand and control what you can control and not get out of control, which has a tendency because we're all competitive people. So I was happy to see these 2 guys for sure.
Well, we got to be honest to each other. One other thing, you got to be happy you're in the winner's bracket.
Yeah.
Rather than the other side. Tell us how important it was to get this win and move in that part.
Yeah, you know, I thought yesterday was very stressful for all of us. I think Elimination Day is always stressful for all 4 teams that played in that. To get this to now carry over into the winner's bracket, don't have to play tonight, is they can get off their feet, they can get rested and be ready to go tomorrow. So obviously staying in the winner's bracket is important. And, you know, let's see what we can do tomorrow. So we're excited about getting after it.
Thank you very much, guys. Look forward to seeing you again tomorrow.
All right,
Thanks.
Thank you.